Hi guys, this is Dr. Rohini Shende and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to do a video for a very important reason, and that is why I talk so much against dairy. And I've been getting many questions about what is the problem with dairy and why is this coming up right now, and why there is so much research that is coming against dairy, and it is also so popular traditionally in India. So talking about dairy has always been so difficult in our country, especially when milk and milk products are so popular and dairy is so popular. But there are some facts that we need to pay attention to, and the first one is the kind of milk we used to get 20 years before and the kind of milk we are getting right now is completely different. The dairy industry, food industry is completely different with milk and milk products. So we need to pay a very keen attention to the quality of milk that we are getting, also to the hormones, that is estrogen hormones that are given to the cow. Even many growth hormones are given to cows and buffaloes to increase the production of milk, which is very harmful to humans. When these growth hormones and estrogen hormones are injected in the cow or buffaloes to increase the milk production, the same estrogen or growth hormones, they come in our body, and that actually causes estrogen mimicking action in our body, and also our body starts producing antibodies against that estrogen and against those growth hormones, because we do have estrogen of our own, we do have growth hormones which are secreted for our body, and when something foreign or when something artificial is coming in our body is going to secrete antibodies against it naturally, and as a result of this chronic toxicity in our body, it does lead to certain types of cancers. So if we need to avoid that, we need to avoid dairy to a good extent. And the other thing about dairy is, even if you are sure that the cows from which you're getting the milk, they do not have any growth hormones injected or any estrogen injected, we need to understand that it is cows or buffaloes milk that we are getting, so naturally they do have estrogen of their own, and when that estrogen comes in our body, again antibodies are secreted. And the other thing is, when we give a lot of milk to young girls, their sexual maturity also comes early. So I was reading about a research last week which said that a 9-year-old girl got her menses or got her periods because of excessive consumption of milk. So other thing about milk is, when an infant is born or when a baby is born, there's this enzyme which is in abundance in the baby's intestines, that is its gut, and that is lactase. So if you observe first 6 months of the baby's life, the babies are exclusively fed with mother's milk, and to digest that milk, they have a lot of lactase in their gut, in their digestive system. So as you grow older, or as the baby grows older, the amount of lactase reduces in their body, because you can have other sources of food. You can have different sources of protein for calcium. You can eat rice, you can eat dal, you can eat more foods. So as your age progresses, you have other enzymes in your body like lipase to digest fats and many enzymes to digest proteins. So what happens is, lactase reduces in your gut, and as above the age of 18, there is very little lactase in our gut. So basically, lactase is needed to digest lactose, which is present in milk, and as you grow older, lactase reduces, and as a result, you cannot digest a lot of milk at the same time. So if you have seen people who are lactose intolerant, they have very little lactase in their gut, that is almost in trace amounts. And people who think they can digest milk very well, they also have very little lactase, so they might not notice the signs at first. It could be a headache, or it could be tummy upset, or it could be all these things, but they think that they digest lactose or milk well, but the reality is you have very little lactase in your gut. So there are a lot of things about milk. First of all, the growth hormones, then the estrogen, then the lactose, which we don't have the capacity to digest, and as a result, milk stays in our gut undigested, which leads to PCOD, which leads to thyroid, which leads to many digestive issues, which leads to IBS, IBD, Crohn's disease, multiple issues. So I would suggest, when it comes to avoiding milk or milk products, I know it is really hard for some people, but you can give it a try. And if you really want to see whether you're lactose intolerant or not, stop milk for about 2 to 3 months, see the results, see if you feel better, see if you feel different, and if you think there's no difference at all, then you can start milk again. There's no problem with that. But you must stop it for 3 months to see its effect. And the other thing which I always talk about is you can have dahi or you can have buttermilk. So the thing about dahi or buttermilk is they are fermented. So they're rich in probiotics, and they're I think the only source or one of the best sources of fermented live bacteria source in our body. You need good probiotics in your body to have better digestion. So the lactobacilli which come in fermented dahi or buttermilk are very good for your gut. So that actually acts as a compensation mechanism. So with dairy, I always say you can have dahi or buttermilk, but you should avoid all the other dairy products. You should avoid cheese, you should avoid milk, and even the dahi and buttermilk that you're having, it should be from a home dairy and homemade, of course, without any preservatives. And talking about ghee, I think ghee is the best superfood you can ever have. I would love to do another video talking about the benefits of ghee. And ghee is clarified butter, so there's no lactose or lactase in it. And it is one of the best health food you can ever have. It is the best thing that you can cook your food in. So ghee is always good to go. You can have buffalo ghee, cow's ghee is always healthier, but you can have any homemade ghee. It's perfect. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope now you know why I talk so much about dairy and why is it so harmful to your body. And if you're still in confusion, or if you're still wondering whether it is actually true, or whether it is affecting your body in a bad way, or whether you are lactose intolerant, just a simple thing, you don't have to do food intolerance tests or anything. Just stop dairy for 3 to 4 months and see how you feel, and let me know how you feel about it. By the way, if you're wondering what is that in the background, that's the kombucha that I'm brewing. It's one of the best probiotics and fermented drinks that you can have. It is fermented black tea. So that is my kombucha brewing. I'm brewing black tea and a little bit of green tea in that. So I have made a video about kombucha. I'll share it in the link below. And I hope you like this video, and if it was helpful, share it with your loved ones and subscribe to my channel. And always remember, it's never just a diet, it's always a lifestyle. So stay healthy, stay fit, stay grateful, and stay blessed.